Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing it. We are breaking down and ranking all 31 reverse retro jerseys for the NHL, and I cannot wait to get into this video. We've been all anticipating this to happen over the past week when the NHL first released its sneak peeks and snippets of these jerseys and what they would look like, and outside of a couple in particular, I really think the NHL hit them out of the park for sure. We've all been wanting these kind of retro jerseys, at least I know I have, and that's why I'm wearing this kind of retro outfit for you today, and the Canes jersey is very fitting for this video especially. But seriously, this is going to be so much fun. I hope you guys are excited. I hope you're loving all the jerseys, especially for the ones that are of your favorite teams. But make sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments below if you end up agreeing with my rankings, disagreeing. So how I'll go about this video is I'll be breaking down each and every jersey in alphabetical order, giving my thoughts on them, and then right at the end of the video I will give my official rankings from 31 all the way to 1. So make sure you stay tuned, stay until the end of this video to find out all the deets, all my thoughts, and all my rankings on these 31 amazing reverse retro jerseys. And also make sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you end up enjoying this kind of hockey content. Without further ado guys, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, starting off with the Anaheim Ducks, and look at these beauties. They brought Wild Wing back, and this was one that was going to be fairly controversial, but I think this one is fantastic. And I know that I don't have this picture too zoomed in, but we already know what to expect with these jerseys. From all the snippets that we saw, on the font in the back is just perfect. Everything about this jersey is amazing. It's already easily one of my favorites, and you'll see them high in the ranking for sure. But these Anaheim Ducks jerseys, you can't go wrong. I love the Mighty Ducks theme as it is, so to bring back Wild Wing as a whole, I think this is going to look absolutely insane on the ice next season. But seriously, chef's kiss to start things off. We all love Mighty Ducks stuff, and the Anaheim Ducks did not disappoint by any means, in my opinion, with bringing back Wild Wing. Next up, we have the Arizona Coyotes, and oh my god, when they showed the snippets of it being purple as the main color, and then I know you can't see in the video, but we all saw the lizards on the shoulders. I wonder if it's actually in reference to Gila monsters when it comes to lizards, or just any lizard. But regardless, these jerseys are absolute fire. Oh my god, it is such a bold look to do. We all know the Yotes have done this look in the past, but with green as the main color, I believe, and these did not disappoint at all. These are by far my favorite jerseys the Coyotes have ever had, and that's saying a lot given how much I love the Kachina, among other things. But seriously, fantastic jerseys. These are phenomenal. I don't care what anyone says. Some people are going to think these are ugly, some people are going to love them. I'm definitely in that love it category, and I want to know your thoughts on these in particular. They are phenomenal. I am absolute love with these jerseys. Anything purple is sick as it is, but between the Kachina head and to actually have the desert on the bottom, and if you look on the shoulders, even though you can't see in this video, they have the lizards as well. It is literally one of the best jerseys in the entire NHL already, in my opinion. I cannot say enough good things about this. I want one ASAP, and just wow, such a bold statement. And for a Coyotes team that has had everything go wrong for them this past year, as we know, if there's one thing to look forward to them next season, it is definitely these jerseys. Look at these things for the Boston Bruins. Oh my god, seriously, these jerseys aren't bad at all. I don't love them, but I don't hate them either. So Boston, as we know, went back to more of their retro look as well. They have the Pooh Bear on the shoulders. I know we can't see here in this photo, but I'm pretty sure we all get the gist regarding Boston. It would have been cool to have it come front and center, or at least something like that in the center logo as the bear logo. But seriously, the B, you can't go wrong with that pinstripe B. I think it looks sick, and these are a nice jersey. I think this is definitely a nice compliment jersey for the Bruins after having, of course, their black and their white. I think this is going to help balance things out. I'm not sure if they're going to have any other alternates this year, but a solid jersey, not a terrible jersey by any means. I kind of feel neutral about it. I'm not necessarily a huge lover of yellow based jerseys, but I think Boston pulls them off pretty well here because they're known for their yellow colors like always. And seriously, a solid jersey, nothing wow, nothing crazy, but a refresher and something kind of new, and have that clear-cut reverse retro look, if you will. A really solid jersey overall. All right, next up we have the Buffalo Sabres, and these are not bad jerseys by any means. I was slightly disappointed to see them not go with their original Buffalo head logo from when they were wearing their black, silver, and red jerseys, because they have it on the shoulder. I know you can't really tell much in this video, but make sure to look it up if you haven't. That's my favorite logo for Buffalo, honestly. And I know Sabres fans, there's definitely a divide between liking that more old school, non-traditional look with the black, the red, and the silver in that Buffalo head. But you can't go wrong here with with the two swords. I think that's a really cool logo, a slick logo, and they still pay homage to that royal color still, if you will, with the royal blue and that yellow, and that is what they're going back for in their normal jerseys and logo next season. That's going to look great on guys like Jack Eichel and Taylor Hall, the newly acquired winger, former Hart Trophy winner. Really solid jersey. Again, it's not wowing me at all, but it's very solid. I'm not a huge lover of the lettering that I see there right in between the pinstripes on the bottom, but outside of that, I think it's a really dope jersey. I do, and I would have loved to see this in the black and red, but I understand why they didn't. I'm hoping one day Buffalo brings that kind of look back, because I think it would really be phenomenal, and I think a lot of fans would enjoy it too, whether they're a Sabres fan or a hockey fan overall. But really solid jersey. I'm honestly very much looking forward to these next year, and Buffalo's been doing pretty good with their alternates as of late. Last year, I believe, with their 50th anniversary jersey, with having the gold and their white jersey, oh my god, those were beautiful. And I don't think these are too far off either. I don't hate them, I don't love them. I think, again, this is a jersey that is definitely more neutral for me. Next up, we have the Calgary Flames, and they did it. They brought Blasty back, the horse head. These are absolute fire, no pun intended. These are fantastic. One, I'm always a huge fan of black and red jerseys, especially where black is the dominant color. I've just always been a fan of those two colors together. So to have them bring back this look that they had a couple years ago, these are awesome. I love Blasty. I love the horse head. I think that's fantastic. I love the font too that they have, not just for the captain, but the actual jersey numbers. I think these are going to look so sick on the ice with guys like Johnny Gaudreau, Matthew Tkachuk, Sean Monahan, their captain Mark Giordano, their new goaltender, of course, bringing in all their other guys, basically the Vancouver Canucks. I think these are going to look great on all of them. I love these so much, especially after getting rid of their original logo, which had black involved because they had the black and red jersey. They went more retro now, so as an alternate for a reverse retro, these are sick. Absolutely sick. One of my favorites out of this entire thing. You can expect them high in my ranking here. If you don't like these, then I don't know what else to tell you. You just don't like nice things, in my opinion, because these are just phenomenal. I cannot say enough good things. Look at them. They are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I want one as soon as humanly possible. That is for sure. Next up, we have the Carolina Hurricanes, and I'm sorry, if you don't like these, I don't know why either. Maybe you can make the argument because of the gray, but these are sick. We all love when the Carolina Hurricanes in recent years have brought back the Whalers as kind of their alternate, paying homage to the Hartford Whalers. You can't go wrong there. They're a team that many advocate to bring back. I'm not necessarily sure how I feel about that per se, but these jerseys are fire. Seriously, amazing jerseys. You can't, the fact that, and I didn't even realize this at first, but the Whalers logo is just so perfect and so well put together. You had the W, but because of the fin, you have that hidden H in there too, which is something I didn't originally pick up on when I first saw things regarding the Whalers and gained in my hockey fandom. Once I realized that, I thought that was phenomenal. These jerseys are going to look so sick on Teuvo Teravainen, Andrei Svechnikov, Sebastian Aho, Dougie Hamilton, Jacob Slavin. The list goes on and on. I love the Carolina Hurricanes as it is. They are such a fun and young team. Now you bring this kind of alternate in the group of things, and it's going to make them that much better. I can't wait to see what they're going to do. They're going to do maybe any special celebrations with them going forward as the Whalers type jerseys. I don't know, but these are sick jerseys. Definitely up there for me. Cannot go wrong with anything Hartford Whalers related, in my opinion. It's arguably one of the best logos the entire NHL has ever seen. Next up, we have the Chicago Blackhawks, who already have one of the best logos in all the NHL, and they brought back their Blackhawk jerseys with their more retro looking logo. I know that this isn't a great shot. It was kind of hard at the time of recording this to find because they didn't really release much of their new jersey. They showed the back of it, but not so much the front. So I found this clip online. I know there's others out there, so if you want to check them out, please do. But just from this alone is already a great jersey. Black on red, as I mentioned, I've always been a big fan of. Now you have that more retro looking logo, their more old school one from years prior. I love that. I love this circle as well, the traditional look of having the Blackhawks in Chicago in that circle. A phenomenal jersey overall. Blackhawks have had some of the best jerseys in the entire NHL. I love some of their older, early 2010s Winter Classic jerseys, for example. This one is an absolute gem. You can't go wrong. Even with this team kind of, in the rebuild now, they're still going to stunt. The fans are going to love these. They're going to definitely sell out, I'm sure, with these kind of jerseys. They're phenomenal, and I love them. I really do. And now having them in Adidas is just going to make them look that much better. Can't say enough good things. A phenomenal jersey. Next up, we have the Colorado Avalanche, and they did it. They brought back the Nordiques, but with their own classic colors now. Now, I love this jersey. I absolutely do. I know that there are a lot of people from Quebec, especially, that aren't happy that the Avs brought this in. I understand that, but I'm not really a full-on Avs fan or anything like that, so I can just be neutral in this conversation, if you will. They're such a fun and up-and-coming team. I can't wait to see Nathan MacKinnon, Cale Makar, Landeskog, Mikko Rantanen. The list goes on and on with the great talents that are going to be in these jerseys, even with younger guys next year like Bowen Byram, for instance. But seriously, they're phenomenal. I love them. I love the fact that the captain and the letters are going to be filled with blue, that kind of powder blue that the Nordiques have had in the past, while they're still paying homage to it being the Colorado Avalanche now with having that deep purple / burgundy, maroon, whatever you want to call it. I think it's great. I personally love the original Nordiques a little bit more, that red and powder blue yellow. You can't go wrong, but these are definitely up there too. They're definitely up there in my rankings for sure. Phenomenal jerseys, and I know many believe that these are by far the best jerseys that have come out this year for the reverse retros, and I understand that argument. They're phenomenal. I love everything about them, truly. You cannot go wrong with this kind of look, and it is long overdue for the Avalanche to do something like the Nordiques here. Next up, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets, another great looking jersey. And while I haven't been a big fan of this logo in the past, I think this new modern look, this reverse retro look, if you will, is definitely bode well. I love the fact that it is that normal type red, that brick red, if you will, with the nice navy blue going on. I love, if you look at the cuffs, having the stars on the cuffs and how they go from navy blue in the front to red in the back. It's just such a clean looking jersey overall. I can't wait to see guys, whether it's Pierre-Luc Dubois, newly acquired Max Domi in there, the goaltending tandem between Merzlikins and Korpisalo, among others. This is going to be a great jersey for Columbus, and it kind of does look a little bit more like the Capitals alternates, if you will, but I don't think that matters. You know, they're normally a navy blue type looking team, so it's nice to see them mix it up a bit with the red. Same thing with other teams mixing up their normal colors, like the Habs, for instance, going blue as their main, which we will get to. But a really strong jersey. Don't love it, don't hate it, kind of feel neutral about it as well. I like the lettering. I like the logo is really cool. It's very interesting. I've just never been a huge lover of it as it is, but I understand the meaning behind it, that patriotism to it. You can't go wrong, and it checks off all the boxes for what it means to be a Columbus Blue Jacket and paying homage to the country as well. I just think it is a very strong look overall. It's really, I don't have any negatives to say about it besides maybe something a little different with the logo. I've never been a huge lover of the logo, but besides that, really strong jersey. Next up, we have the Dallas Stars, and these beauties are awesome. Now, the only thing that I don't love about these Dallas Stars jerseys, to be perfectly honest with you, is that they don't have, say, the bottom filled here. But from this look, and I could be wrong, it does kind of look like two different whites. I'm pretty sure that this is a white jersey, correct? I don't believe it's gray. I think this is just a lighting here. And then the logo has that type of silver / goldish in it with the saying the Stars. That is awesome. I love the numbering. I love the outline to the star like they've had in years past. Fantastic jersey. Truly, it's simplistic in a way, but is also eye-popping for anyone that's a Stars fan. They know what this is paying homage to. You can't go wrong with this kind of design. Again, I love the simplicity of it. It's not overzealous, especially when they came out with that alternate being black and having that neon green. It's nice for them to kind of go a much different route here for the reverse retros. I really like it. I honestly like it a lot more than I say feel iffy about it, so this will definitely be solid in my rankings for sure, but a very strong jersey. I love the logo. I love if there is that kind of metallic, whether it's gold or silver, whatever it may be. I'll have to check it out in other videos, but just from this photo alone, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from the Dallas Stars. Next up, we have the Detroit Red Wings, and this is a very bold jersey because, as we know, the Red Wings are so traditional when it comes to their style. They normally don't do anything outside of, red and white. They don't do gray much or silver. I know that they have done them for specific jerseys, but they are very few and far in between. So a bold look, not a bad look. It's a simplistic look, which is what you get with the Red Wings. You never get anything overly flashy when it comes to their jersey designs, as you shouldn't. You shouldn't go anything overzealous when it comes to the Detroit Red Wings. Such an old school, such a historic franchise in the NHL today. And I gotta say, I don't love these jerseys. I don't hate them, but they definitely may be a little bit lower on my list because I've never been a huge lover of Detroit's jerseys as it is, just with the simplicity. I love the home ones. I love the red, but the away ones I've always kind of felt a little iffy about. I've always been thinking they deserve a little bit more, but I understand the tradition behind it, so it's not a knock on the Red Wings or anything like that. I don't love the idea of basically having the gray here and then having the letters still be red. It's like I would have liked to maybe see the pinstriping for the lettering be gray, or just something else besides just throwing gray in there. And I could be wrong if there are other photos that I have yet to see, but just from this glance at least, I don't love it, I don't hate it, but it's definitely going to probably be more towards the latter on my ranking here. And this is nothing against the Red Wings personally or anything like that. I think they could have done at least a little bit better, and that's just my personal opinion. But overall, Detroit, paying homage, traditional, you can't go wrong. Just a solid jersey overall, nothing crazy about it. Next up, we have the Edmonton Oilers, and these are beautiful. I get it, some people aren't going to like them because they are pretty simplistic to what they used to have, but I think that's the point. The Oilers are a team that normally doesn't go too far out there with their jersey designs, and in years prior when they say went to navy blue and stuff like that, it is definitely an acquired taste, if you will. So when I see something like this going more to their traditional royal blue and the orange shoulders, you can't go wrong. I think these are going to look perfect on guys like McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, and everyone else in that lineup. I enjoy these quite a bit. I think I'm honestly higher on them than the average viewer is, even for Oilers fans' sake. I think these are just beautiful, simple, yet effective. They get the job done. You know exactly what you're looking at here. And seriously, just between the pinstriping of having the orange, blue, orange here with the simple white and then the lettering, I definitely enjoy this jersey. Maybe you could have done a little bit more tweaks on it, but it's simplistic, it's retro as it should be, paying homage to the times of, you know, we obviously know the greats when it comes to Edmonton. A great jersey overall. I definitely like this one quite a bit. I'm not nearly as hard on this jersey as I've seen some other people be before it even got released. I don't know why they're being so difficult on it. I like this one a lot. Next up, we have the Florida Panthers, and you can't go wrong with these jerseys. These are beautiful. The Panthers really hit out of the park here. I expect the Panthers to have a good season next year. I love what Bill Zito's doing as their new GM. And just overall, the Panthers have had a very strong offseason, and these jerseys did not disappoint. I know that's an acquired taste for the Panthers jerseys as it is, especially to have a navy blue as your main component here. But between the striping, that arrowhead striping on the corner here, I love so much about these. And they have that nice gold touch in there with the striping as well. I love the shoulder patches too. I know that you can't really see it. I think the first look here does not justify just how good these jerseys are in person. I can't wait to see them in person. I hope to get one day. These are beautiful. I'm really excited to see guys like Sasha Barkov, Jonathan Huberdeau, Antoine Lindell, maybe next season already, and all the other guys in this lineup. I love these jerseys. I do. The Panthers really hit out of the park here, and they will for sure be higher up on my list. Next up, we have the LA Canes, and just take a moment to admire how beautiful this jersey is. I got the one on the wall behind me. I love the fact that they combine these retro looks together with bringing that logo that they had back in the 90s, obviously during Gretzky's time there, and really just putting their own little twist on it, having the more traditional and the purple and the yellow. Oh my God, these are something. Like, seriously, I know that they've had connection with the Lakers in the past because of their color scheme obviously being in LA, but these in their own right are phenomenal. I love the fact that the logo is white too, and it just brings a whole new pop to the jersey. I love that the numbers are white. Oh my God, these are fantastic. I'm kind of speechless on how good these look. Honestly, these are phenomenal. These are definitely high up on my ranking for me, no doubt about it. They are seriously out of the park, fantastic. I cannot wait to see the Canes of these next year. And for a Canes team that's debuting, Quinn Byfield, Alex Turcotte, among others in that lineup next year, what a way to start off with having these guys rock these beautiful, and I mean beautiful, reverse retros. Seriously, I'm in love with these jerseys. I hope to get one day as well. I'm kind of starstruck, honestly. They are fantastic. Next up, we have the Minnesota Wild, and these jerseys are amazing, but they're just missing something for me, and I think we know what that is. We all expected them to go back to the North Stars. At least that's what I did. I saw some mock-ups of them maybe going back to having their M, you know, their old logo, as well as maybe their full in front as the main logo on this jersey. That kind of, you know, more collegiate type M, if you will. These jerseys are awesome. I love the homage to the North Stars. Obviously, you can't go wrong. A part of me wishes that they didn't go with their original logo here, like that they currently have, and the Wild logo. It would have been nice to see them mix it up, because basically every other team in the NHL has a different main logo for the reverse retro. So that's my main critique here. That's why they're not going to be as high on my list as they probably deserve. They're really strong jerseys overall. I love it. I love between the numbering and just the entire green and yellow combo. They're simply beautiful, but I really think that they didn't get as high as where I'd like them to be because they didn't change up that main logo in the middle at all. That's just my opinion. I understand people are going to critique me. That's just how I personally feel about it. And I think that was also because I was getting way too hyped and assuming that it was definitely going to be the North Stars logo or some type of version of it. Seriously, an awesome jersey regardless. I just would have liked them to maybe go with a different logo than what they currently have. Next up, we have the Montreal Canadiens, the Habs, and the Habs did it. They went past red. They made blue their primary color, and it looks really strong. Again, the Habs, they're so traditionalist, like the Red Wings and others. You don't change the Habs jersey. It's sacrilegious. The Habs fans won't allow it. Most hockey fans overall won't allow it, but these are strong. They really are. I love the fact that they went with their normal kind of traditional look with having that striping in the middle there still to differentiate the blue from the red. A really strong looking jersey. I don't love it, to be perfectly honest with you. When it comes to the Habs, they are so simplistic in that sense where it's, if you're a Habs fan, you love it. You love that tradition. But for me personally, as an overall hockey fan, I don't have that same admiration, if you will, as normal Habs fans will with this kind of jersey. So not a bad jersey at all. It's definitely not all the way at the bottom of my ranking, but don't expect it too high just because I would have liked to see the Habs do something a little bit newer, but I know it's a reverse retro, so I shouldn't be expecting them to do a logo that they never done before or anything like that. It's just, that isn't the Habs way, and I don't blame them. Really strong jersey. It's really cool to see them in blue. It's kind of, odd at first because that's something we're not accustomed to, especially between the Habs and Leafs rivalry. But again, I'm really looking forward to seeing these things on the ice, and I think they will definitely justify a better look than what I'm currently seeing. Solid jersey overall, nothing crazy, but you can't go wrong when mixing things up a bit with that primary color. Next up, we have the Nashville Predators, and these are beautiful jerseys. Going back to the early days when they kind of first came in the NHL, not far off. When it comes to the Preds, I would love to see more navy blue in their jerseys. I love their old navy blue ones as well. And I even, to an extent, love their mustard jerseys just because I know so many people knock them, and between having the logo where the Predator face is kind of front facing, it's so Predators to me. And I love this logo as well. It's slightly different than what they currently have today. You can see there's a difference of the eye color, and they have gray more in that logo implemented. You can't go wrong. I love the fact that from what I see here, at least, the shoulders are kind of, I don't know if they're completely white. I think they might be silver slash gray, if you will. I love when it comes to the numbering. I really like the style of this jersey. I honestly like these as some of my more favorite jerseys the Preds have had. I think that might be underrated, but really strong jerseys overall. I'm going to love to see their captain, the Norris winner, and Roman Josi, and everyone else in that lineup bouncing back, going for a playoff run next season in these beauties. And I think the Preds logo is one of the best in the NHL. It's just so beautiful with that saber-tooth tiger. So to have something like that with their kind of old, but still not too old logo, it's not, I don't believe it's their original, because I think their original was their front-facing Predator. If I am, let me know. I could just be mixing them up. But regardless, a really strong jersey. I really like them. I'm never a huge lover of yellow on jerseys, but I like how they have balanced things out with the whether it's silver, white, or gray on the shoulders here and on the cuffs too, and that navy blue implementation. I think it looks really strong. So overall, great jerseys. Here we have the New Jersey Devils, and the Devils went back to the Christmas jersey, because I get it. The Devils are known as the Swamp Devils. I understand the green. I get that. I get the paying homage, but for me personally, there's no better Devils jersey in my mind than the really great looking black as the main color on red. Those are just phenomenal. I've always loved that color combo, as I've said in this video already. So I was quite disappointed to see them go back to the Christmas and the green and the red. It's not a bad looking jersey at all. The styling is honestly really nice. It's simplistic. I like the striping, but I just wish they would have went black here. I get it why they did it. I understand why they went green, but I've never been a lover of them going to that green look, that Christmas look. I can't get that out of my head. I'm sorry, Devils fans that are watching this, especially because I just did a Devils video. I'm talking about their future. Make sure to check it out if you're interested after this. But still, not a bad jersey at all, but definitely not one of my favorites. If it was black, I think this would be a completely different conversation. But again, this is just my preference, so I understand the guys that like that more Swamp Devils look for sure. Next up, we have the New York Islanders, and the Islanders missed so hard, man. I'm sorry. One, I've never been a huge fan of the Islanders in the navy blue because they're known for that royal blue. You know, they go right in hand with the Knicks and the Mets in New York there. They could have done the Fisherman, and I know there's so many people that hate the Fisherman. There are people that like the Fisherman because how ugly it is. I honestly am under that impression where I love the Fisherman because of just all the different implementations in that jersey. You also, I believe there's teal in that jersey as well. It's just, and the waves on the bottom kind of style, it's just sick. I think that would have been great to bring them back as reverse retros. I think they would have been such a hot commodity, not just for Islanders fans, but hockey fans overall want to rock something so out there and so different. That's what the Fisherman is to me. I get the arguments. I get why you hate it. I understand that. But for me personally, that's what I would have won over these, the navy blue ones any day of the week. They're too simple for me. There really isn't anything much going on in this jersey besides the coloration and it being royal blue. I mean, in navy blue instead of royal blue. So sorry guys. I was really hoping for Fisherman. So when I saw the sneak peeks, like a lot of other people watching this video, I was honestly disappointed. My prayers have been answered. If you guys know me, I'm a Rangers fan. I love the Statue of Liberty jerseys so much, and these are perfect. Close to perfect, I should say. I'm not a huge lover of the fact that they went more of the simplistic look. They don't have anything on the bottom going on, so it feels a little naked to me there. That's the really only critique I can give to these jerseys. Outside of that, they're phenomenal. The Statue of Liberty jersey, it's the logo. It's one of the best logos the NHL has ever seen. I know I may be saying that a little bit biasly as a Rangers fan through and through, but seriously, it is beautiful because it has the speckle of the silver in there. I have some things with, I have a shirt that has that logo on it. It is beautiful. I'd never owned an actual Statue of Liberty jersey to date. I hope to one day, and I definitely hope to get this in an Alexis Lafreniere sweater. That is definitely my goal, but oh my god, these are beautiful. I love the numbering as well. I would have preferred, because from what I've seen from the numbering, at least, it is gray. I don't believe it's silver, so that would be another critique I would have personally. I would have liked it to see silver. I like that pop, that kind of, you know, that flakiness that you're seeing with the Vegas Golden Knights now, especially because I know that's what the Rangers had back in their Statue of Liberty days. But beautiful. All Rangers fans, we have been dying for this, even though it's not exactly what we were hoping for. This is a reverse retro, so I understand the meaning of not keeping things the exact same, mixing them up a little bit. Maybe it's a little bit more simplistic, whatever it may be. These are beautiful. These are definitely high in my rankings, and I'm saying that unbiasedly. Just that logo, you can't get any better than that. It is simply phenomenal. I cannot wait to see Alexis Lafreniere, Kaapo Kakko, Artemi Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, Igor Shesterkin. The list goes on and on of all these beauties in that sweater next year. And I do believe the Rangers are also going to be releasing a fourth alternate jersey this year. So they'll have 4 different jerseys that they'll be rotating with. And this is long overdue. The Rangers haven't had an alternate in a couple years now, definitely before Adidas came into play. So I'm unbelievably happy to see them finally bring not just any alternate back, but the Statue of Liberty. You cannot go wrong. It is such a beauty. Next up, we have the Ottawa Senators, and you can't go wrong here. They went to the red here because they're New Jerseys, as we know. I believe the home ones are blacks and the white ones are away. So they bring in red as that alternate, paying homage to that original logo, which they brought back now. Great jersey, solid. The only critique I really have is I would have enjoyed to see some more hints of whether it's gold or white in the striping. But outside of that, I think they're really strong. I cannot wait to see guys like Tim Stützle, Thomas Chabot, everyone in that Ottawa lineup as they're going through this full rebuild. Seeing these guys in these beauties, I just love the fact that they now have the black, the red, and the white as those 3 going into next year. It's going to be such a great rotation for these young guns coming into the NHL. These are beautiful jerseys overall. Simple, yet effective. I really like everything about them. Don't love them, but I definitely don't hate them. They're definitely going to be a solid ranking for me for sure. Not a bad jersey by any means. Really solid looking. And I'm really curious to see how Sens fans feel about this, going to another logo that is the same one in which they just brought back, and the older logo from the years prior. I believe this was their first actual logo, so not bad. Next up, we have the Philadelphia Flyers, and these I don't know how to feel about, honestly. They're not a bad jersey by any means. I love the fact that they went back to that look of bringing in the black in the jersey on the shoulders and how it ties into the sleeve. I think I'm going to like these better on the ice than I will currently how I'm seeing them, because the Flyers jerseys are very tricky for me. I would have enjoyed to see them possibly go to an all-black jersey again. I'm not sure if they already have an all-black as their alternate again currently. I know I've seen them in years prior, but it's a jersey where I don't love it, I don't hate it. I've never been a huge lover of Flyers jerseys as it is, and that has nothing to do with how I feel about the team personally or anything like that. I've never been a lover of orange in jerseys. So it always kind of ties in that Halloween look for me. It's hard for my mind to just grasp out of that, unfortunately. similar to Christmas with the Devils. It's not a purposeful thing. It's really hard to make me think otherwise. And that's the first thing that I always see with Flyers jerseys, especially when they have a solid balance between black and orange here. So not a bad jersey at all. I don't love it, that's for sure. It'll be interesting to see where I have them out in my rankings. But again, interesting jersey, and I'm honestly very curious how they're going to look on the ice. I'm hoping for their sake that they look better than how I currently see them. Next up, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins, and of course, they go back to the letter logo like the New York Rangers have most famously had. The Rangers are the only team in the NHL that has that as their main logo, and the Penguins go back to their old one. The Pens could have done so much better, in my opinion, so much better. It's not a terrible look, but the Penguins have had some really solid looking logos in the past, and I know that there's a big debate between that kind of gradient penguin, you know, that side view where the lines go to the side, and I believe there's black and gray in there. I think those type of jerseys would have looked sick because people just love retro jerseys nowadays, even if they aren't, say, you know, eye-popping, or if they were really hated back in the day. We're in a time and age now where really ugly, quote-unquote ugly jerseys are beautiful to a lot of people, and the younger generation, including myself. So I'm disappointed, to be perfectly honest with you. I would have liked to see the Penguins do a different look here. It's not a bad jersey at all. It's simple. I don't hate it, but I definitely don't love it. It's probably going to be lower in my rankings. I'm sorry, Penguins fans. I personally think the Penguins could have done a much better job in how they approach this. But again, that's just my personal opinion. Next up, we have the San Jose Sharks, and what a beautiful jersey this is. They bring back the black shark. Oh my god, are these something? They're just giving me vibes of whether it's Owen Nolan, obviously, or Evgeny Nabokov, because I'm pretty sure Nabokov played in these kind of style jerseys before too. What beautiful jerseys these are. I love them. I seriously love them. These are sick. Oh my god. And look, the Sharks, we don't know how they're going to play next year, but if there's one thing that is assured, they're definitely guaranteed to have one of the best reverse retros in all the NHL next season. Just look at them. Look at the balance between that tealish / aqua and the white and the black on the shoulders, how it all leads up to the shoulders and the sleeves, if you will, how it's all connected, it's intertwined. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think the gray is a bold look that maybe other teams can't pull off in this sense, but the Sharks definitely do. That logo, I honestly love that Sharks logo more than I do their current one. I know that's definitely a hot take, just because I'm not a huge fan of the orange in the logo and stuff, so to see this without that, I think that is perfect. I love this so much. I cannot say I know that there's orange at the stick, but, you know, not as an outline or anything. I love this. I really do. The Sharks are going to look sick. Timo Meier in this bad boy. Erik Karlsson healthy. Oh, boy. A lot of things to be excited about in San Jose when it comes to these jerseys, and I hope for their sake that they can play some good hockey, because these jerseys deserve the right kind of play. No question. Beautiful jerseys. I'm in absolute love with them. Next up, we have the St. Louis Blues, and look, I know that there are a lot of traditionalists out there that don't love the fact that St. Louis mainly went to red as their primary color here like they did years ago. I believe during the time that Gretzky was on the roster, but seriously, these are sick. I honestly love them a lot. I've never been a huge lover of seeing St. Louis in the actual blue note itself, but I understand the meaning, and that's what they had in the past. Overall, a sick jersey. I love the striping. I just love the line work here. These are going to look so sick on the ice. Seriously, they're almost a complete balance between red and blue, probably more so 60-40 or, you know, 65-35 in regards to how the coloration is, but sick jerseys. I think these are going to look great on Ryan O'Reilly, who in my opinion is going to be the next captain for the St. Louis Blues. Torrey Krug, the newly acquired defenseman for the Blues, and everyone else in that lineup. They're going to compete for playoffs again, have another deep run. They're going to try to. These jerseys are going to be sick. I love these jerseys. I think that these are very underrated. I know that there are a lot of traditionalists out there that kind of feel iffy about these, but I think St. Louis was very smart to change things up here, and this is without question what a good definition of what a kind of reverse retro is, in my personal opinion at least. Oh my god, here we have the Tampa Bay Lightning. They brought back the 2004s. Oh my god, these jerseys are phenomenal. I know a lot of people don't like the jersey. I know that's kind of cartoony, if you will, and just how the lettering and how the logo is with that heavy shadow for the lightning bolt. I love the shoulder patch too. I know you can't see it here in this video, but make sure to check it out if you haven't seen it already. Beautiful jerseys. I've always been a huge fan of Tampa Bay and their 2004 run specifically. I love so many players on that roster, whether it's Marty St. Louis, Vincent LeCavalier, Dan Boyle, Brad Richards, you know, Andrew Chuck, great team, and Nikolai Habibulin. You know, they had a lot of great, just such an awesome run. I know it was a controversial Stanley Cup against the Flames, but regardless, these jerseys are sick. I love them, especially when they're mainly black jerseys at times too, but these are sick. Absolutely sick. I love these so much. I think these are arguably better than what Tampa currently has, because Tampa's jerseys, they're sick, but they're so simplistic. So I love the fact that they were able to mix it up here, go back to that 04 run. Seriously, such an underrated jersey as well. This one I think is going to get overlooked by a lot of people reviewing these jerseys, but beautiful jersey. Seriously, absolutely beautiful. Love everything about it. I'm really curious to see how they're going to look on the ice. That former Stanley Cup winning team and the Tampa Bay Lightning is going to have another deep run next year, and I really hope to see them have some amazing games laying up the lamp in these beautiful reverse retros. Next up, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I'm sorry, Leafs fans. I know I'm going to get critiqued hard for this, but this was such a huge miss, in my opinion. I was so pumped to see the Leafs. When I saw that they were implementing gray, I was kind of feeling iffy about it, how they were going to go about it, and it did not live up to the hype, in my opinion. I don't love the logo at all. I understand the reasoning, paying homage to when they had this kind of design in the past, but it's not hitting for me. I'm such a bigger fan of the Leafs' current logo, how they went back to that more older school, how it actually looks more like a leaf than this kind of, blockiness where it's just all these different angles going on. I don't love it at all. I gotta be perfectly honest with you. I don't like the simplicity of the jersey, how there's really no pinstriping going on, maybe some white to differentiate between the gray and the black, for instance, or around the numbers. I'm sorry, guys. I know that Leafs fans, you're probably watching this video too, and you're probably going to critique me. I understand if you love it. If you're a Leafs fan, I'm not a Leafs fan. So from an outsider's perspective, at least, I can't rock with these. I'm sorry, guys. They're definitely going to be more towards the bottom of my ranking. There really isn't much of anything that this stands out to me. I think it's too blocky between how it's just a big gray stripe on the bottom. The shoulders aren't bad, but I would have liked to see some differentiation in the colors with some white possibly. This jersey could have been a million times better in my opinion, and they unfortunately did not make the cut of where I would have liked them to be. Next up, we have the Vancouver Canucks, and these are awesome jerseys. Now, look, I don't love these as much as I love their original gradients back when Messier was on the team, obviously, where they had that navy blue to red. I thought those were so underrated. I know a lot of people don't like them. I understand that argument. Gradient is a bold look to do anytime, but I think the Canucks really came out with a solid jersey. This is very different than what they've done in years prior. A part of me would have liked to see them bring back the V. I know a lot of people don't like them, but I love the old classic Canucks jerseys where they have the red, the orange, the yellow, all those colors implemented. So they didn't do this here, obviously. It is what it is. I do like the fact, however, that they did go more traditional with how they currently have their jerseys, if you will, with that navy blue and that orange instead of it being the blue and the red. That's the biggest differentiator here. So solid jerseys overall. Don't love them, don't hate them. They're kind of more in between for me. I don't necessarily love the lettering, to be perfectly honest, with the outline of the white on white type thing. Not a bad jersey at all. Definitely not. The C looks like there's a little bit too much white going on there for me. That's just my personal opinion, though. Not a bad jersey overall, but out of all the Canucks jerseys we've seen from previous years as well, as a reverse retro idea, I think they could have done better here. I would have even liked to see them go with the navy blue and the red. I understand why they didn't, though, to stay more at home with what their current colors are, so I give them that. Not a bad jersey. I'm looking forward to seeing Elias Pettersson and everyone else in that lineup. Quinn Hughes, Bo Horvat, my guy JT Miller, everyone else. They're going to look good in these jerseys, and I think they'll probably wow me a lot more on the ice. But solid jerseys, nothing too crazy for me. Would have liked maybe something a little bit different, but you can't go wrong at the end of the day. Next up, we have the Vegas Golden Knights, and finally, when they came out with their alternates of that all gold, I didn't hate them, but I definitely didn't love them either, and there were a lot of people critiquing as to why when they bring their alternate logo that they have as their shoulder patch as that main logo as an alternate, but let alone they do just that, and they pay homage as well in the style of the jersey between having these kind of colorations, that type V, between the striping from the sleeves and the bottom of the jersey. Is paying homage to an original team that played in Vegas years ago, which is really cool considering obviously Vegas is a new team, so they really don't have anything to reference as a reverse retro. So they do just that with a former team, and I don't remember the team exactly off the top of my head name-wise, but they had a very similar jersey. They had different colors, but still very cool looking jersey. I love that logo. You can't go wrong with red too. I think these are ones that are going to look pretty sick for the Vegas Golden Knights next season. I'm really excited for them. I have them higher probably than others would believe. I can understand the argument with thinking that maybe there's a little bit too much going on towards the end of the jersey at the bottom, but besides that, they're really solid jerseys. Definitely one of the ones I covet more than a decent amount of others here throughout this ranking thus far. But seriously, not a bad jersey at all. I think Mark Stone, Wild Bill, everyone in that lineup, including the newly crowned defenseman Stein and Alex Pietrangelo, the big fish, he's going to look sick in these jerseys. And now they have a really strong 4 jersey lineup going into next season. Next up, we have the Washington Capitals, and these are sick. You know, a lot of people were worried about them not going back to black and gold, and I'm not going to lie, it would have been nice to see them do that, but they did their own kind of style here because they have their traditional colors here with the navy blue and the red, and yet they still were able to implement the Screaming Eagle, and I think that's sick. You know, that that logo is awesome as it is, and I think that these are very solid jerseys. Again, another one of those where I don't love them, I don't hate them type thing. They're just kind of around the middle of the pack for me. I love that eagle. I think it's sick having the stars in there. The capital in the actual part of the jersey, I don't love that. I've just never been a fan of having the name in the bottom of the jersey like that and the striping as it is. Same thing with Buffalo's for theirs, their new reverse retros. But overall, a really strong jersey. I can't wait to see Ovi, my guy, and Henrik Lundqvist and all the other guys in that lineup rocking that jersey to make a deep playoff run next year. They're in this win now stage. They have some really strong jerseys in the past, and I definitely think that these are up there. Not a terrible jersey, not a fantastic jersey, but definitely solid for me. And I know I've said this with a lot of these jerseys here, but in all honesty, there's only been a couple jerseys that have really stood out to me as ones I don't necessarily like. For the most part, I've really enjoyed all of them. These jerseys are going to stick, and I think these are others too that are going to look better on the ice. And seeing that the difference between the navy blue at the bottom of the sleeves, at the cuffs, if you will, and at the bottom of the jersey, and then having the red up top, I think it's really clean. Overall, solid jerseys, Capitals. Last but not least, we have the Winnipeg Jets, and I'm sorry, Jets fans, these were as big of a miss as any. I'm sorry, guys. I love that OG Jets logo. It's fantastic, but I despise, honestly, this coloration. I'm not a big fan of it at all. It's too much dark on dark going on. They have that, you can tell it's kind of hard seeing this video, but they have the outline of the lighter blue, not a powder blue, but a lighter blue kind of going on with the outer of the captain and the lettering. So not bad there, but it just, the logo, having no red in here and having gray as the main, it doesn't hit for me. I've been such a huge fan of the ones that they've had in previous years, whether it's their Heritage Classic or just their alternates in general, when they went back to that old school Jets type colors with the kind of navy blue and the red and the white. Those were so beautiful, and I get it, this is a reverse retro, so maybe that's why they were going for the gray here, but in my personal opinion, I'm not a huge fan of these at all. They're definitely lower on my ranking here. The Jets had so much potential here, and same thing with their alternates last year with that powder blue, the one that says Jets. They've been missing lately, man, and it's upsetting when they have so much potential as it is. They have great jersey history from when they first started out with the Teemu Selanis of the world, with the Dale Hawerchucks. You know, they have a great history when it comes to their jerseys, and they're not paying enough homage to it, in my opinion. Maybe Jets fans aren't as interested in seeing those kind of same looks anymore. That could be a factor in here, but from my personal opinion, I would have loved to see them go more old school here with the red and the white and not the gray. And even that light blue in there, this jersey is not heading for me at all. I'm sorry, guys. But that is going to conclude this. So now we're going to get on to my quick rankings. Alright guys, so here's my rankings. I'm going to just give you a summary quick, no graphics or anything like that because this video is one on one and off, but I'm a listen from me, so I'm going to read it off, and I know you guys are going to be upset with some of these picks, but they're just my personal opinions at this point in time. It doesn't mean that they won't change when I see these on the ice or in person, because I'm sure they will, but as of right now, at number 1, I have the Winnipeg Jets. I just can't justify that jersey. At number 30, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs. I simply don't like anything about that jersey. I apologize. At number 29, we have the New York Islanders. Just too simplistic. They could have won with the Fishermen. I think that would have boded them a lot better. It just isn't enough for me. At 28, we have the New Jersey Devils. I've just never been a big fan of the Christmas Swamp Devils, if you will. At number 27, 28 was the Devils. 27, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins. Penguins, again, another team that I really think could have done a better job than what they did for us thus far regarding these reverse retros. Then we get to number 26, we have the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Flyers are just, I'm not sure how I feel about them, honestly, and another one of those where I've never been a lover of really orange as a huge component in a jersey, just my personal opinion. It has nothing to do with how I view these teams personally. I want to make that noted. It's kind of ironic given some of these teams, knowing the fact that I am a Rangers fan. That isn't the reasoning as to why I don't like these jerseys. There are a lot of jerseys for all these teams in the NHL that I love, but exactly for a lot of these teams in the Metro and the Atlantic, they just haven't hit it for me, honestly. So then game to 25, we have the Red Wings. I'm not a big fan of that Red Wings jersey. It could be better in my opinion. I understand the simplicity though. Number 24, we have the Montreal Canadiens. The Habs, not a bad jersey at all, but when it comes to the Habs, seeing them in blue, it's kind of iffy. It's a bold look. It's something where I feel that it'll grow on me more once I see it on the ice. But until then, I'm kind of up in the air about it, truly. Number 23, we have the Boston Bruins, mainly because I'm just not a huge lover of yellow as a prominent jersey color. At number 23, we have the Blue Jackets. I like their jerseys a lot. I like the design, just not a lover of that logo as of now. And then we get to number 21, we have the Vancouver Canucks. Not a bad gradient jersey as well, but if I had to pick, I would personally like the red to blue versus the red to green. Never been a huge fan of green in jerseys. Again, my personal opinion. At number 20, we have the Vegas Golden Knights alternate, their new with their alternate logo in the middle. Not a bad jersey at all. I definitely like that. Then at number 19, we have the Washington Capitals, another solid jersey. Nothing crazy, nothing too wowy for me, but I love the Screaming Eagle in there, and I really like the design overall. Number 18, we have the Ottawa Senators. I really like it. It's simplistic, but it goes in hand with their other jerseys currently. Number 17, we have the Buffalo Sabres, another really strong jersey that it's definitely going to grow on me for sure. Number 16, we have the Chicago Blackhawks. Can't go wrong with the Hawks. They're always around middle of the pack or high in my jersey rankings every time I've done them, outside of the YouTube channel at least. At number 15, we have the Nashville Predators, a really solid jersey. I like that jersey probably a lot more than other people do, and that logo. Number 14, we have the St. Louis Blues. I really like that red as their main component there. I think that's going to look great on the ice. Number 14, we have 14 was the Blues, I should say. Number 13, we have the Dallas Stars. The Stars jerseys, I think those are sick. I really like the little increments of, whether that's silver or gold in the logo. I think that's going to bode well on the ice. At number 13, at number 12, I should say, we have the Edmonton Oilers. Really solid jersey. It's simplistic, but it has so much heritage behind it, a lot of winning culture behind it. And I think guys like Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are going to look fantastic in it on the ice. Next up, at number 11, we have the Florida Panthers. Those Panthers jerseys are beautiful. Definitely could be higher on this list, but it's just hard to justify given all these amazing jerseys. Next up at number 10, we have the Minnesota Wild. The Wild, another really strong jersey. Would have been higher if they didn't stick with their current logo. That's just my opinion. Number 9, we have the Carolina Hurricanes with those beautiful Whalers jerseys. Another team that you could justify having higher, but I have them here at 9. Number 8, we have the San Jose Sharks. I love that jersey, and I love that logo even more. Just simply fantastic. Number 7, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning, because I love everything about that 2004 run and those jerseys. I know that it's definitely you either love them or hate them, but I'm definitely in that love it category. Next up now, at number 6, we have the Colorado Avalanche and those Nordiques. I know you're probably like, how do you have them out of your top 5? It was really hard to put them in there, but I can definitely sneak it in. It'll probably grow on me. I'll probably flip-flop back and forth over time, but beautiful Nordiques jerseys. Personally, like the original better, but I like how they implemented their own colors to make it kind of a reverse retro. Next up, we have at number 5, we have the LA Kings. The Kings jersey could easily be number 1 if there weren't these other jerseys in the way, truly, and it's one that probably throughout the season will grow into my top 3. I will not be surprised. At number 4, however, we have the Anaheim Ducks in that in the Wild Wing. Fantastic jersey. A lot of people view it as their number 1. I love it. I don't love that logo personally as much as I do their normal duck face logo from the Mighty Ducks, but it's definitely up there. An amazing jersey. I think it's another one that's going to grow on me over time to get in that top 3. At number 3, I have the Calgary Flames. Blasty, fantastic logo. I love the black. I love the red. I love that orange/yellow that they have in there too. Just amazing overall jersey, and I'm such a huge fan of that logo. And next up, at number 2, we have, yes, my favorite team in the New York Rangers. I know I don't have the Liberty at number 1. I'm sorry. Normally I would, but I have to critique them at the end of the day, even with me being a Rangers fan. I don't like this jersey as much as I do the original, obviously, but that logo is a huge factor into why it's ranked where it is. Without it, it definitely wouldn't be anywhere close. Amazing logo, arguably the best one in the game today for the NHL. And at number 1, we have the Arizona Coyotes. That Kachina jersey, that purple, the lizards on the shoulder, whether that's a Go monster or not, everything about that jersey is simply lights out. It is my favorite by far out of all these, and then the Statue of Liberties come in second. So regardless of the fact that I'm a Rangers fan, it doesn't mean that I'm necessarily going to pick the Rangers at number 1 for anything. They were close, but I couldn't justify. I'm in so much love with those Coyotes jerseys. It's honestly killing me, and I pray that I can get one of those eventually, sooner rather than later. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like and hit that subscribe button. As always, guys, help us out by hitting those buttons, and check out previous videos too regarding my videos with prospect rankings, my top 20 prospect rankings. Check out my previous videos regarding teams with the highest future, brightest future in the NHL. Check out my other videos regarding the LA Kings and their bright future, and all these other ones. I have so much content I post daily, so I want you to be part of this family going forward, guys. We have seen tremendous growth, and I can't thank you all enough for putting me in this position. I hope to help hopefully hit 3K. Maybe by the year's end. It would definitely be a stretch to get there, but if we could, that would be an awesome goal to have. So hit those buttons if you did in fact enjoy this kind of hockey content. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What is your rankings? What are your top 5, top 10, or even your whole list? I would love to hear it. I love these conversations, and I love you guys even more. So seriously, thank you all so much, guys. Expect more videos on the channel very, very soon. We're talking daily content as always, and I'll catch you guys real soon. See ya.